Earfun have brought out the smallest earbuds I've ever used, but do they pack a punch or are they too small for their own good? Hello everyone, my name's Mike and here at Tech Carmoon we uncover tech at home and in video, so hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. But Earfun have sent me their latest wireless earbuds, the Earfun Free Pro. Full disclosure, they did send these out to me before the launch to give me plenty of time to review them, but they haven't paid me or told me what to say, nor do they see this video before it's posted. I will leave affiliate links down below in the description if you want to pick these up. I've had the Earfun Free Pros for a little while now, and when I first got them out of the box, I was literally surprised at how small they are, both the case and the earbuds. Finally, a pair of earbuds that challenge the AirPod Pros, and just because it's small doesn't mean it's missing anything. The case itself features USB-C for fast charging and wireless charging on the bottom as well. Yeah, there's wireless charging at the bottom of this. When you open it up, it reveals two tiny earbuds in these. It weighs just 4.1 grams, the earbuds, and features 6.1mm drivers. Now, the drivers are smaller than a lot of its competition, which could pose a problem, but I'll get into audio quality later. In the box, they do feature some different ear tips and wing tips, but I would actually recommend you go and buy yourself some different ear tips because the ones that are included aren't that great and actually are a little bit uncomfortable. Talking about comfort, the earbuds aren't too bad, but they're not perfect either. They go too far into my ears for my personal taste, but they do get a really good seal, and once they're in your ears, they don't fall out. If you don't fit them properly into your ears, so if you don't push them in far enough, they will fall out, especially on a jog. As I said before, if you get different ear tips, the comfort is much better. The size of these earbuds are fantastic. As you can see, they're so small and they're flush with my ears, and I think that with so many earbuds being quite big, these would suit people with smaller ears. I do have to say that they felt like they went a little bit too far into my ears, so you may run into that same issue. They also feature IPX5 water resistance, which is actually better than the ones found on the AirPod Pros. The battery life is surprisingly good on these. I was actually a little bit worried because of its small size that I would actually see poor battery life, but I think that because they only feature a 6.1mm driver in each earbud, they don't need as much power to drive them. These get around 32 hours with the case, and the earbuds get around 7 hours on its own for playback. In my use, I got around 6-ish hours of battery life, which I'm completely happy with, especially for the size, and the case, it charges up so quick. Again, really impressed by that. The controls are responsive and you get almost everything you need except one thing, which really does get on my nerves a little bit, but I'll get on into that later. It's all done by touch, and it's done by single, double or triple taps, as well as holding the earbuds as well. So you can control things like volume, skip tracks, voice assistant, toggling ANC, so between normal and transparency modes, as well as play pause. There's even a mode where if you hold the left bud for 2 seconds, it will go into low latency mode, which works really well actually. And I prefer this mode for watching movies, but it's not low enough in terms of latency for gaming, and it does shorten the distance that you can use these earbuds with your device. But normally if you're in this mode anyway, you aren't going to be too far from the phone as it is. Pairing to your phone is super simple through Bluetooth 5.2, which is actually a new standard that was only introduced in the early part of 2020. So I'll leave a link down below to a great video that explains what Bluetooth 5.2 is over Bluetooth 5.0. But right now, a lot of our phones and laptops don't have Bluetooth 5.2, they have Bluetooth 5.0. So a lot of features that Bluetooth 5.2 brings just currently doesn't work with these headphones. This does work with both Android and iPhone and most other Bluetooth devices. However, there is no app control to change things like the tap controls or the equalizer settings. So if you don't quite like something, unfortunately, you're stuck with it. There's also no dual connectivity mode either. So if you plan on using this with two devices at the same time, you'll have to unfortunately disconnect the device before moving on to the other. Now, getting into audio quality, the audio quality was pretty good, especially for the price. No, they don't sound as good as sort of more expensive headphones. I would say they're probably about right for the price of these headphones, and they don't have great soundstage, but that's fine because the quality of these headphones are good for the style of earbuds that these are. They definitely have got a V-shape signature to the sound profile. So the bass is a little bit heavier and the highs are definitely more pronounced, with the mids sort of having that little bit of a scoop. But overall, listening experience wise, it's great for both music, sort of hip hop, whatever, and listening to podcasts. This is a test of the built-in microphones. They're a little bit echoey, but for this style of earbuds, it is to be expected. Now let's get into noise cancelling, because for me, it was a miss, like a massive one. It was really weak, like it only cut out the very, very low end frequencies, but anything higher than that, and it basically did nothing. It's just a weakness that these earbuds don't have hybrid ANC. I mean, it does work, but I would say cuts around 40, maybe 50% of its sound, and in its normal mode, so when it's without the ANC on, it cuts out a lot of sound naturally anyway. And it's also got transparency mode, which does amplify the sound, but if you have your music on, it's basically useless. Like, it doesn't amplify any of the sounds when you have your music on more than sort of 40 to 50%. Overall, the ANC and transparency mode of these earbuds are its weakest feature. A few little things that bug me is that even though the touch controls are responsive, the area to touch is made out of gloss plastic, which just attracts fingerprints. Also, when you put the earbuds in the case or it's in your ears, the left earbud has the Earfun logo upside down, which isn't a big deal, but it's that attention to detail that makes me feel like these could have been a little bit more polished, if that makes sense. And lastly, there is no previous track to all of the control settings, which does annoy me because there are times when I want to repeat a song or want to go back to a song because I've skipped one too many times. And also, as you can see, when you're talking while these earbuds are in, they do tend to sort of slip out. Now, I don't know whether it's because of my jaw and it's sort of expanding the ear hole, but I always have to sort of adjust them, and it's actually been a little bit of a pain during this video because I'm obviously talking quite a lot and they just wriggle out ever so slightly. But in like a run or something like that, when obviously I'm not talking, it fits fine, it doesn't move, it doesn't fall out. But as I said, if you're doing a lot of calls using these headphones, you will notice that the earbud just creeps out ever so slightly. So let's talk about the price, because this surprised me a lot. They're actually only £60, and there's even sometimes offers that drop it below that price. So despite having all these little issues, I actually think that the fact that they're so small and compact as the AirPods for just a fraction of the price, I would say that these are actually an easy grab, and I would easily put these in my pocket every time. But there we have it. As always, this is a discussion, so please leave a comment down below on what you think about these earbuds, and if you're going to be grabbing yourself one of these, there'll be links down in the description. If you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TechCarMoon, drop me a like in this video if you've enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. But if you want to see more from me right now, you guys know what to do. There's 2 videos right over here. Click on one of them, you're going to absolutely love it. Anyway, everyone, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.